I need a loud one, though. Thank you.
Howdy.
Howdy, it's the Krisha and Frank Show. Middle of February. We got the tablecloth.
Yeah.
We got the Valentine-ish decorations.
And it was all snowy the other day.
Oh, look at that.
Look at...
When you showed up, I thought it was a new hat, but you're saying it's vintage.
It is a vintage hat from Donald and Steve, who they're my most best friends.
We've talked about Donald and Steve
like
before.
My dads.
They're wonderful men. And remember, we had the whole bit about me seeing Donald in the grocery store.
Yes, and I don't think we ever actually said who it was. Though.
Sorry, Donald.
But I got some hand-me-downs. And
now, don't take this the wrong way, but it's the Krisha and Frank Show, and we're on all your audio podcast apps, and obviously we're on YouTube, and coming soon to SeymourSmokies.com with our extra travel vlogs.
Oh, and we have merch.
Yeah, and our merchandise is available at teespring.com/stores/Krisha and Frank. And we're working on getting the link, except that we're too busy talking.
Yes.
We're too busy doing shows.
We're busy.
If we weren't doing so many shows, we wouldn't be talking so much. That's what I was going to ask. I thought it might sound a little weird for me to say to you, "Oh, could you please put on the sunglasses that I gave you? I want to see how they look." Oh, sweet. New profile pic.
I am back on the socials.
Now, I am amazed that you successfully stayed off for all of January, and you had deleted the apps from your phone. Does that mean they're all reinstalled and relogged in? And
I do admit, and I think you and I talked about this, I confess, I did log in one time because a friend of mine passed away.
Oh, you needed to know the details. Yeah.
I needed to know when and how the memorial was, and the only access I had to it was on Facebook.
Right.
So I did log in. I went straight to the page where I needed to go, found out the information, and logged back out and deleted it back off my phone.
And I've told you that you, during this month of January, inspired me to spend less time on Facebook, which I've been happy about.
Good.
In fact, I finally... I guess it was still technically January, back in Sunday, was inspired to get my file out and try to write another chapter in the book that I haven't touched since we started the podcast.
I know. I feel so guilty about that because you were working feverishly on it, and now we're doing this, and now we've got more stuff going on.
Well, I worked feverishly on this.
I know, but you were enjoying working on your book.
Yes, but part of it is I need the writing prompts a little bit. I need somebody in the family to go, hey, why don't you tell the story? And you can now are part of this bubble. You can say this. Why don't you write the story about?
Okay.
And then then I can't stop.
Yeah.
Because then it's like a freight train coming down the track. I have to do it. I have to get it out of my head. So you're welcome to please give me a writing prompt every once in a while. I would love that.
But you stayed off of socials and got out and wrote.
Not off because, but I limited. What I did was I would go on every morning and post our episodes on Facebook and Twitter. And then I would obviously, I can't count YouTube as social, even though it is, because I would always check the notifications on YouTube so that when Tanya Cinnamon leaves a comment.
Well, it's our job, and those would come to my phone too.
Okay, I can hit like and love and thumbs up and all the things you do.
Yeah,
but
the YouTube work stuff would come to my phone.
Yeah, but with regard to just Facebook stuff, I generally would open Facebook and hit the notifications, go look at those, and then close Facebook. Instead of scrolling through all the other news feed stuff.
Because it's a time suck, man. And,
oh my gosh.
And like me coming back on socials is mostly for this more than anything.
Well, I was proud of you because let me rephrase that. I was happy that you were proud of this. And you posted on it on, what was it? First day back would have been February 1st, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's the day that we announced our Seymour Smokies deal. And you were excited.
I am excited. I'm thrilled. And so most of my socials will be work related because honestly, I realized that I had a need for it that was unhealthy to me.
Okay, but I'm also going to flip it on you and say that the things that pop into our heads now, the things that we would normally maybe tweet or put as a funny Facebook status update, we're now in the mind of, save it for the show.
Save it.
In fact, today, when you came to work, as you came here to work at the house.
I was making my tea.
And we started talking about something or another, and I start rambling on, and you're like, zip it.
we started talking about because I was making my tea.
Yeah, that's right. You said, may I have some... What did you say? Would it be cool if I had some tea? And I said, I don't care.
I said, I'm going to make some tea. Is that cool? I didn't ask if I could make tea. I told you I was going to make tea.
Well, all right. From this point forward, please drink all the tea.
Okay.
You can keep, if you want to buy tea and put it in your cubby, you can do that. But first you can get rid of all the tea that I have never, and never.
You guys gifted me some tea.
I've got more tea.
I've already been through
Would you like more tea? I've got so much tea.
I've almost completely stopped drinking coffee right now.
I can't even explain why we have tea in this house. No one drinks it.
Really?
You're the only one. I can't. I might have some throat coat for if I lose my voice. But since I went to the ENT 2 or 3 years ago, I haven't lost my voice, so haven't had any throat coat.
I go in fits and starts with coffee, and usually it's fits. But I've almost completely stopped drinking coffee in the last couple weeks. I've been on a tea kick, and I think it's just sometimes my taste gets where I'm like...
Is it the time of year? Is it tea time of year?
I don't know. It started when a friend came over and sat on my porch and wanted some tea, so I made some tea, and now I'm drinking hot tea.
Are you an iced tea person in hot weather? Okay, so you're just a hot tea. And is it like regular, like, computer, Earl Grey, hot, or whatever he says? Is it that kind of tea, or do you like the fancy?
Right now, I'm drinking your black tea, just plain old peacoat tea.
Right. I don't know that I have fancy tea.
Oh no, you have fancy tea.
How on earth do
I've
I get
been
fancy
drinking
tea?
black tea. I've been drinking Lady Grey tea. Earl Grey is very pungent. Lady Grey tea is very light.
I'm gonna just need to do a tea inventory because I don't even know where this stuff has come from.
Tea inventory.
I can't explain. Just shocking to me.
You've got a tea inventory.
So, and then I'm trying to be nice again, and I know it can be, if you're a guy and your lady friend, and you are a friend of mine who is a lady, but not that kind of, is just wants to do her thing. I fell into the trap of just trying to please you and trying to be over the top with, I've got filtered water. You don't have, I got that. Oh. You want to use the kettle. Do you want to do the thing? But
you were very gentlemanly. And accommodating.
I should have just shut up because you don't care. You're using tap water and
pop it in the microwave.
Whatever 10-year-old tea bag that I have.
It's good tea.
That could be the title of the episode, actually.
10-year-old tea bag.
In the
I'm such a nerd that I'll fill this back up with water and reheat it and use the same.
Wait, this is from Giant?
Yes, it's from Giant.
Giant is a supermarket. There's 2 Giant supermarkets. One is in the, this one was probably from the Washington, D.C. area, but that's an old logo.
I'm drinking D.C. tea from 10-year-old tea.
It might be 20.
Well, it's delicious.
It could be 30-year-old tea. I mean, oh my heavens. No, that can't be right. We must have bought it on a trip somewhere.
It is natural orange peacoat and peacoat tea.
Well, I just can't explain why we have that brand of tea in the house unless we got it on a trip.
It's delicious. And it gives me happiness. And I'll fill it back up and I'll keep drinking out of the same tea bag.
So you just microwave it, you hit the beverage button, and then you drop the tea bag in, and you had a comment.
I was like, holy crap, the microwave's so clean. It is bing, pristine.
And I start to over-explain.
And I was like, save it for now.
So now I'm going to explain.
Yes.
It was sometime last week, we had... Channel 6 folks came by to do the B-roll for SeymourSmokies.com. And we didn't know what they want because they don't want our regular YouTube shot because they could just lift that.
Right, and it looked good.
It did. So Dave Dixon is here with
he's so sweet, by the way.
His camera, and he's doing behind our camera. He's doing the wave pad over here.
Sweepy shots.
He's doing,
fake laughing with each other. Ha 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 ha.
Were we fake laughing?
Well, at one point he was like, "Okay, now fake laugh," and we didn't even have to fake laugh. We just laughed.
Right, because that was funny. But we were telling stories. In fact, we recorded practically a whole episode.
We really did.
Of us just.
Some of it you can never see.
Right, because we got a little. I
think we're gonna start like a B-roll, our own little playlist of like maybe full like things we shoot that aren't a full episode, or maybe things that we don't know. I think we're gonna. I
can send you all this stuff.
Right. We'll call it like Tupperware together. Or something. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, because it's leftovers.
Yeah.
Well, so we knew the only thing they told us in advance was, they want to get behind the scenes shots. So probably some like side angles and maybe from this way. So we knew that. So Jerry's like, oh my gosh, that means they're going to see that side of the room and that side of the room. So everything must be polished.
Right.
Before they get here.
And boy.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, sometimes you just need a good excuse to do a good clean.
Right.
Like, I love that.
So there's no possible way the microwave would have been in the shot. No. There's no possible way they would have done B-roll of our microwave.
Not the inside of it. But while you're on a tear, you might as well keep going.
So that now has been a week and a half, because we thought they were coming, I don't know.
Right, we got postponed.
Yeah, they got postponed. Yeah. So the microwave has been clean now at this point in time for 2 weeks. And it still sparkles.
It does.
So I have to take a little bit of credit for this, because what I've been doing is I've changed the way I use it. Now, we used to tease Jerry's mom for reusing paper plates. We used to say, "Oh, you really grandma'd that," or "You really," well, her name is Mary Griesdick, but her maiden name. You really Mary Evelyn'd that, or whatever you did, because she would have this sandwich and just dust it off and put it aside. And
right.
someone would go through occasionally, throw out her paper plates, because they would stack. The used ones would stack up.
My granny does that.
Okay, yeah. So it's probably a granny thing. Reuse the paper plates.
Right.
Well, I had some some chicken barbecue from a favorite place.
Mm-hmm. It is delicious.
And it will spatter when it microwaves, as will the chili.
The sugar pops.
And Jere cooked chili, and we had all these other leftovers. So that's why the microwave gets dirty, is because the food pops.
Right. So, some people have those little plastic things you put over, like a little bowl
Well,
cover.
apparently I need that, because what I was using, I grabbed a paper plate, a Santa Claus Christmas paper plate that was around, and laid it upside down over my food.
Frank, I'm about to sneeze, and there's tissues here.
So I can't make any jokes. You're not going to sneeze into your shirt.
Shoot.
Okay. Well, we all waited with bated breath. So anyway, I'll finish this real quick.
Okay.
I put the paper plate over the food in the microwave, because I'm here pretty much all day.
You're a
by
house
myself.
husband.
Yeah. And a microwave and stuff. But I've done a good job, I think, of keeping the microwave clean by covering my food with this same. But then I reuse the paper plate.
So you're using the same paper plate over.
I wipe it off. Wipe off Santa, and then use them again for lunch, for dinner. Next day for lunch and dinner. So
now you're pep on it.
Yeah.
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 Well, know, I think you're doing your duty as a good house husband.
Okay.
I mean, you're keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Do you make dinner for Jerry? Like,
I could more, but we kind of have it.
You have your little system.
Yeah. The way it's been working, and I'm willing to switch, Jere. I know you watch these. If you want me to cook sometime and you want to take that risk, that's fine. We'll go for it. Is it a risk? What if it turns out poorly? What if she doesn't like it? But the way it's been going is she cooks and I clean behind her.
Okay.
So that's been a good teamwork, because if she's making something and I swoop in and I'm able to help by cleaning as we go, and then certainly doing all the dinner dishes every night.
Well, I had
so that seems nice.
Yeah, like I had a COVID safe date the other night, and it was at this particular human being's house, and we cooked together, right? He grilled, I cooked the potatoes, and I was in charge of broccoli and getting all that done. And then afterward, like, he has his own dish system. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was a little...
It's not your house. Not your dish system.
I was a little shy about... And imagine. I was a little shy about going ahead and doing the dishes.
Oh.
Because I don't want to set a precedent, first of all. I ain't nobody's dish doer. But second of all, I didn't know his system, and I didn't, because like he has a dishwasher and I don't, and I didn't know what he puts in the dishwasher and what he doesn't put in the dishwasher, so I just left it.
Well, you're a guest.
I poured another glass of wine and I just left it.
As a guest, I think you're off the hook. I think you're good. When it's funny, because after Megan or Frank Jr. has visited and left, Jere will be like, "Where's the spatula?" I don't know, because the kids put it away.
Because it got moved.
Where's the red...
Where's the red Bone Zones cups? We need them.
I'll keep one of them in your cubby now.
Bone Zones, don't forget the S.
That's how it works. One of these stays in the Krisha cubby.
Yeah.
And...
I love that I have a cubby.
Yeah, along with the tissues and the empty sunglasses.
I can't believe I didn't sneeze. I'm so mad.
I psyched you out.
You did.
I knew what I was doing.
I'm peeved about it.
I did it on purpose. I was well aware because I've learned so much about the body parts from Dr. Bill Bass.
Bonezones.com. Don't forget the S.
206 bones in the human body.
Yeah.
And he knows all of them, and he can identify them. And that's what's amazing when you read about his books and how he can pick up a bone and know. He says, the bones tell stories.
Yeah.
He's the bone detective in a way, and that's
he
what
can,
these.
Just pick one up and kind of know the age of
There's a lot of science. He doesn't just psychically know it. He has to compare it to other bones in the collection.
You mean it's not?
No, he's able. Like, for example, one of the exercises that he does in class and some of the lectures is they set out some skulls, and you're able to tell generally speaking, the age, sex, and race of the person by their skull.
Okay.
It's amazing. Like, men have bumps and women don't. And there's other, obviously the sutures on the top tell you the age. There's so much information in your bones. And that's how you identify these tragically dead people.
Right.
Is by figuring out, well, how old were they? What's their ancestry?
Oh, cool.
Were they male or female?
Depending on your bone structure.
Exactly. So you can tell, a lot of things from the bones. And that's part of it. Like, you can tell if you were stabbed. And then like if you had shivved
if
me.
I shivved you, you would
Which reminds me of something else I have to say real quick. If you had actually shivved me and I had actually died and skeletonized, there probably would be marks on my ribs from the shiv. And that was a case that Dr. Bass had to do where they proved that someone had been stabbed because there was they were trying to say that he died of some other reason.
There was a shing mark.
They were trying to say he died, I think, of falling on the glass table. But they were able to prove that there was a knife mark on his ribs in the front from where he had been stabbed and then dead fallen down on the table.
So check out bonezones.com. Don't forget the S, because all of that you can read about in books, and you can find out how Dr. Bass knows, how much he knows, and you could know a little bit about what Dr. Bass knows.
That's how I learned it. I've learned it from reading the books. So thank you to Susan and the crew at bonezones.com.
Okay, what do you have to tell me about shivving?
The episode where you shivved me.
Yes.
Which I was writing the titles and the descriptions for the episodes.
Yes.
And I came up with the title, Are You Shivving Me? ?
Mm-hmm. Are you shivving me?
When you ask Amazon Echo, when who Alexa pronounces that, I listened to that episode. Actually, I listened to the episode after it.
Yeah.
And then it started into the next one. And she goes, episode, whatever number it was.
I think it was 85, 86.
Yeah. Episode 087 something. Are you shivving me? But the way the computer says it.
It does not sound like shivving.
I swear I heard
Are you shivving me? Oh,
it was
that's
great.
Funny.
I'll make her do it after the.
I've got news. News.
What did you think you said?
You know my news because you were there when I did it.
Okay, I was there.
We weren't intentionally together, but I got to see.
I wasn't there. Well,
you were there.
That was in a whole nother big box store.
I got wipers.
Oh, let's see.
And I put them on.
Look at you. You're so adorbs.
It was raining on me, and it took me less than 5 minutes to put them on my car.
It was raining during that time, and you did it in the parking lot?
I did it in the parking lot. I had my little raincoat on, like my little Meemaw hair.
See, I know that your friends, Donald and Steve, will send you messages, hey, do you need anything from Costco?
They do.
So I thought it would be funny to send you a message.
You said, did you need anything from Sam's? I'm like, no, I'm good.
But I really was going to Sam's Club.
I almost asked you for toilet paper.
Well, they didn't have the kind I like.
That Member's Mark is good stuff, man.
It is good, and they didn't have any. They only had the high-end, like the Charmin and the stuff, so I didn't buy it. But if you need me to pick you up next time they have it, I'm going again this week.
I mean, like, I think that you can get that big old pack of Member's Mark that's really good, like Charmin, but not Charmin, for like $20, $24.
Yeah, if you pay me, I'll buy it if you pay me back.
Yeah.
All right.
But also a big bag of frozen broccoli.
Frozen broccoli. I have a big bag of frozen broccoli in the deep freeze.
I want to go to Sam's because they sell big bags of frozen veggies.
Pretty sure that's what I bought it, but okay, it's been there for like 3 years.
Okay,
but
I'm fine.
So anyway, because I bought a bag of fresh broccoli,
right,
and then went, oh, we had frozen broccoli. But so I send you this, what I think is humorous text. Hey, you need anything from Sam's Club? And then I go about my business. Meanwhile, I'm also texting with my wife, who we've tag teamed. She's gone into the Walmart to buy the kind of groceries that you can't get at Sam's Club.
Right.
But we're comparing
Small
prices.
things.
we're comparing prices on like strawberries, and I was surprised that they were, and blueberries and a few other things, they were cheaper at Walmart.
Why would they be cheaper at Walmart? They're the same company.
It was only a few cents cheaper, but the per pound price was 3 cents less at Walmart.
So bizarre.
Than it was at the other place.
All right, Bruce just sent us a message. So.
Oh, okay. So we can read it on the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's probably probably congratulatory. We've been getting those all week about.
Thank you, Bruce.
Seymour Smokies, like Aaron. Well, we'll get to it about Aaron Burnett in a minute.
He says, "Congratulations on your good news. May your success be long and prosperous."
Thank you, Bruce. I told you that Aaron Barnett was blowing up my phone at 7:30 in the morning when the day of the announcement came out.
Oh, on the first?
They had just told the staff.
Oh.
And she didn't know that we were going to be living East Tennessee that day because they were going over, they were doing the show rundown, I guess. And that's how she found out.
Oh, cool.
Because of COVID, they don't get to hang out in the office together anymore, so they're not gossiping. Anyway. So Jerry's at Walmart, you're at Walmart, I'm at Sam's Club.
And I text you, and I'm like, "Are you still at Sam's?"
I thought, oh, she needs something. What is it? I'm ready.
And he's like, "Yes, I am." I'm like, "I'm at Walmart."
Oh. Well,
and I love that, like, you were surprised that where I live, that I come to this Walmart.
Well, yes, I was.
It's 15 minutes, but I either go to Walmart in Halls. I could go to the Halls Walmart.
Yeah.
Or I could go to the East Knoxville Walmart, and I'm not a fan.
Okay, I thought there were more than that, but sure.
Or South Knoxville.
I know the one in West Knox near the Sam's is one of the... I know it's one of the upper crust Walmarts in this region because I know that when the Marshmallow Peeps bus came to town, that's where they did their parking lot stop. You know, it's kind of like a go-to big parking lot, a lot of new stuff.
I like this Walmart, and it's the only one I've gone to during COVID consistently because people wear masks in it more frequently than the other two that I've been to.
Now, if you go further west, like to Turkey Creek, would that increase the odds even more?
No, I feel like you're decreasing the odds. I feel like there's a sweet spot where people actually care about each other, and it's right around in here.
It's the closer you are to Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Yeah.
where it's so funny when you go drive past Trader Joe's
and
you see
all these people
they're so
lined up
obedient.
outside.
They are the most obedient.
They're more than 6 feet away from each other
in the parking lot, despite the weather.
And they're all there holding their little reusable bags.
They are the poster children. They are the poster children.
And you drive by, and everyone's just waiting patiently.
Yeah.
And you go in, and I've gone in.
Oh, see, I go by and go, oh, line's too long, and don't go.
I went in one evening right before they closed and didn't have to wait in line.
Okay.
And because I love their coffee, they have a Christmas blend of coffee. It's delicious.
I thought you gave up coffee. Oh, this is before.
This is kind of the Christmas. It was right after Christmas, and I got some Christmas. And we gotta go.
But finish up.
But I went in Trader Joe's, and it was very lovely. But I've been double masking lately too. So
really,
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh,
I don't have an N95, so I've just been double masking.
Yeah, I took my N95 to church the other day and looked at it, and it had makeup in it, and
it wasn't me.
It wasn't. So I look at Jere, and she's like, "Wasn't me." And then I remembered that I had put it on the day we did the Channel 6 shoot. Because they were all here, and except for the few minutes that we're sitting here doing the bit,
we were wearing masks.
We had the masks on. We took them off. We put them on our laps.
Like, who put makeup?
Do the bit, and of course, Aaron from and Dave are all masked up, and the other Aaron has been all excited that we're going to be on Living East Tennessee.
So much.
So do check out, especially this weekend. Start looking for us at SeymourSmokies.com for those travel vlogs. The first one is the Sevierville Axe House.
Yes. Oh.
You just saw the edit.
I just saw the edit, and it is good stuff. And that's actually we need to like throw in maybe tomorrow we can throw
the leftovers,
in the unedited
little extra part that we don't. It's for our show. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, if you do listen to us on any of the audio podcast apps, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I know my friends Neil Michaels and John Ashton interviewed me on their golf podcast and sent many of you, I hope, to our audio podcast. We're on all the audio apps, including Audible Pod.
Yeah.
And if you like Audible, get a free trial, or if you haven't gotten it yet, try it out with a free 30-day trial and one free download that you get to keep forever. Go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank.
And they called me Krisha.
You know why?
What is it with my name? And
no, because
Krisha?
again, it's an Amazon thing. That's how
That's how she says it?
used to. I think maybe it's gotten a little better.
Krisha.
But that used to always be the thing. And Megan would ask Siri or Alexa to play the show. She would actually have to mispronounce it to get it to work. Alexa, play podcast Krisha and Frank show.
Frank Christian Radio from Frank's
Nope.
Pandora.
Nope, not
right.
it. Alexa, stop. Alexa, play the podcast Krisha and Frank show. See what I mean? If I asked for
Here's
Krisha.
Krisha and Frank Show from Amazon Music. Resuming from where you left off. To listen to the newest episode, ask me to play the latest episode.
All right.
And you look
Alexa,
so disinterested.
stop. I just wanted to hear the title of it. Sorry, Krisha. That's where it comes from. That's why. It's Krisha rhymes with Trisha. Like attrition. What? Are you okay?
I don't like that she messes up my name. Okay, bye.
Fine.
How do you teach them to say your name better? And why would you pronounce it that way?
I don't know. We'll work on it. I got nothing.